In this video, we'll be solving probability exam questions from past paper. Items produced by a certain company are subjected to two kinds of defects. Out of the total product, 5% have defect 1 and 10% have defect 2 and 2% have both. What is the probability that randomly selected item has neither defects? What are given? Defect 1, which is 5%, and defect 2, 10%, and both is defect 1 intersection defect 2 is equal to 2%. What is the probability to be non-defect when an item is selected? So first of all, let's find the total number of the defect in percentage. Defect 1 union defect 2 is the same as defect 1 plus defect 2 minus defect 1 intersection defect 2, which is 5% plus 10% plus minus 2%, which is going to be 13%. From the total product, 13% are defected. Therefore, the probability to be none when an item is selected is the same as 100% minus 13%, which is 87%. This is the same as 0.87. So the answer will be D. A box contains 10 items, of which 3 are defective. 3 defective means obviously 7 are non-defective, because totally we have 10 items. If 2 items are randomly taken out of the box, what is the probability that both items are not defected? So the probability of non-defect will be 7 combination 2, because what is the probability to be both non-defected? So it will be the combination of 7, 2 over combination of 10, 2. The total number of the item is 10. 7 combination 2 is the same as 7 factorial over 7 minus 2 is 5 factorial times 2 factorial, which is 7 times 6 times 5 factorial over 5 factorial times 2. You can cancel 5 factorial here, and by 2 1 this by 2 3, and 3 times 7 will be 15. 21. The same way when we are trying to do the denominator part, 10 combination 2, 10 combination 2 is the same as 10 factorial over 10 minus 2 is 8 factorial times 2, which is 10 times 9 times 8 factorial, the whole over 8 factorial times 2. Then we can cut 8 factorial, and by 2 1 this by 2 5. 5 times 9 will be 45. Then we can simplify by 3, so the answer will be 7 over 15. So which is C. Three persons P1, P2 and P3 are firing at a target independently. This is independent probability, and have a probability 0.7, 0.5 and 0.4. P1 is 0.7 and P2 is 0.5 and P3 is 0.4. Don't forget, if it is independent, P1 intersection P2 will be the product of the two, which is 0.35, and P1 intersection P3 will be the product of the two, which will be 0.28, and P2 intersection P3 will be the product of the last two, which is 0.2, and P1 intersection P2 intersection P3 will be the product of all the three. This is P3, which is equal to, when you multiply the 3, it's going to be 0.14. Therefore, we are asked what is the probability that at least one of them hit the target. That means the probability of P1 union P2 union P3 This is what we are looking for. This is the same as P1 plus P2 plus P3 minus P1 intersection P2 minus P1 intersection P3 minus P2 intersection P3 plus P1 intersection P2 intersection P3. Somehow longer formula, and each of them we have 0.7 plus 0.5 plus 0.4 minus 0.35 minus 0.28 minus 0.2 plus 0.14. When you calculate, this result will be 0.91, which is C. Suppose that the first three letters A, B, and C and number digits are to be used to form car plates in a small town. How many different plates can be formed in a total that contain 1, 2, or 3 letters and then followed by 3 digits? 1 letters, then 3 digits, 2 letters, and then 3 digits, or the last opportunity or chance will be 3 letters and 3 digits. 1, 2, or 3 letters and followed by 3 digits, it says. So the main idea is found here. It is 1, 2, or 3 means 1 letter and 3 digits, 2 letters and 3 digits, or 3 letters and 3 digits. What are the letters? Just A, B, and C. What about the digits? The digits are obviously from 0 till 9. They are totally 10. So how many chances we have in place of digits? You know, it's 10 times 10 times 10 for all, which is going to be 1000 for all of them. When you come to the letters, for the first one we have 3 chances just. For the second one we have 3 times 3 because the letters are A, B, C only. We can repeat because there is no restriction. For the third one, 3 times 3 times 3. Therefore, finally, the total number of chances that we have, the first one will be 3000 plus 9000 plus 27,000, which is going to be 39,000. That will be the total number of car plates formed. The answer will be C. The next one, a city has 2 daily newspapers, X and Y. The following information was obtained from a survey of 100 residents of the city. 35 people subscribe X and 60 people subscribe to Y and 20 people subscribe both. So the X's are 35 people and the Y's are 60 people, and X intersection Y both means intersection, which is 20 people. So then how many people in the survey do not subscribe? First of all, how many people subscribe totally? That means X union Y we need to find. That's X plus Y plus minus X intersection Y, like that of the number of union of A and B, 2 sets. This is 35 plus 60 minus 20, which will be 75. This is the total subscription. So we are asked the probability of none, which is 100 people are there, residents, minus 75, it's going to be 25. So the answer will be B. Different code, each of which consisting of 5 characters, are to be generated in such a way that the first 2 characters are any letters of English alphabets from A to Z, and the remaining 3 are any of the digits from 0 to 9. So how many distinct codes can be generated? 5 characters. So the first 2 will be any letters. When you are considering letters, English letters, each of them are 26. So 26 times 26 chances we have, which is 676 chance. But the other 3 digits, the other 3 places will be for digits. The digits are 10 from 0 to 9. So 10 times 10 times 10, which will be 1000. So when you multiply by 1000, the total number of chances that we can generate, it's going to be 676,000. So the answer will be C. The next one, a company produced 25,000 bulbs. This is the total production, 25,000 bulbs. And randomly tested 2%. 2% tested. The 2% means 2 over 100 multiplied with 25,000. Then when you go to 0, it will be 5,000. 500. 500 are tested. Then among the tested bulbs, 40 have defect 1, 40 defect 1, and 60 defect 2, and 25 both, means defect 1 intersection defect 2. What is the probability that the bulb produced by the company has non-defect? First of all, the total defect D1 union D2 can be calculated from here. How to do? Just add these two and then subtract this one. 40 plus 60, 100 minus 25 will be 75. This is the total number of defection out of the 500, the tested one. So the number of no defect, the number of no defect out of the 500 will be, just from 500 subtract 75. That's going to be 425. But we are asked the probability to be non-defect. The probability to be none is the same as the 425 out of 500. If you simplify by 5, the upper will be 85 and the lower will be 100. 85 over 100 means 0.85. So the probability to be non-defected is 0.85, which is C. If distinct codes or words of 8 letters are formed by rearranging the letters in the word Ababaye, how many of the codes begin with B or Y? Here we have 8 letters, and the repeateds are 3 B's, 2 A, and 2 E's are there. If the letters start with B, the total arrangement will be 7 factorial. Start B will be 7 factorial because the B, one of the B will be fixed, but the other 2 B's will be repeated remain. So 2 factorial times the A's are there also, 2 factorial times 2 factorial plus, when the letters start with Y, again the total number of letters will be reduced by 1. It's going to be 7 factorial over, but the repetition will be as it is, 3 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial. This is the total number of codes can be created. So when you calculate this, it's going to be 840. How comes? 7 factorial means, it's 7 times 6 times, okay, let's use the space, 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 2. So here 2 times 2, 4 cancel, and one of the 2 also will be cancelled here, and there is time 3 also. So when you multiply 6 times 5, 30, and 21, 630 plus, the same manner here we can distribute 7 times 6 times 5 times 3 times 4 times 3 times 2. This is 4, cancel the 4, and 3 factorial means just 3 times 2 cancel, and 6 times 5, 30, and 210. So when you add it, it will be 840. A box contains 5 white, 6 red, and 4 black, identical size. If 3 balls are randomly taken out from the box one after, what is the probability that the first ball is white and both the second and the third will be red? That means the probability of white, red, red, which is The chance for whites are 5 out of 14. I mean out of 15. The total number is 15. So we have 5 chance out of 15 multiplied. In the next draw, it's going the probability will be 6, because red to be red, 6 chance out of 14, 1 reduced. In the next draw again, still it must be red, so the number of red reduced ones, because already in the second draw consider the red is taken out, so 5 over the total number also reduced by 1, which will be 13. When you simplify, here by 5 1, this by 5 3, again by 3 1, this by 3 2, by 2 1, this by 2 7. So what left in the numerator? 1 times 5, which will be 5. In the denominator, 7 times 13 will be 91. So the answer will be D. The next question: a group of 6 students take their seats at random in a round table for a discussion. In a table, 6 students, they are taking their place for discussion. What is the probability 2 specific students do not sit together? That means, first of all, the total arrangement, without considering anything, it will be 6 minus 1 factorial, because there are 6 students and it's circular arrangement, so 5 factorial, that is 120. But here 2 students should not to sit together. So what to do? First of all, let's consider the 2 students are sitting each other. If we fix the 2 students together in one place, the others will be 4 factorial, like S1 here and S2 here. The others, they do have 4 factorial, considering they are sitting together like side by side. If we give them like fixed place, the others, they will have 4 factorial. But this S1 and S2, it can be S2 times S2 and S1. Also, we can exchange the place. The same will have 4 factorial, so that we can say 2 times 4 factorial. That means 2 times 24, that's 48. Don't forget, this one is the total number of arrangement when the 2 students are sitting together. S1 and S2, if they are fixed here and here, we can reshuffle the others in 4 factorial way. The same way, S2 and S1, the other way of arrangement is still 4 factorial, so I multiplied by 2 because of that. The 2 comes because S1 S2 together, or S2 S1. Therefore, the probability of sitting together will be 48 over 120. That is 0.4 when you divide it. So the probability of no sitting together will be 1 minus 0.4. The total probability, it's 1. So it's going to be 0.6. 0.6 means 6 over 10 or 3 over 5. So the answer will be A. In this manner, we can practice probability exam questions. Additional questions will be solved in the next video. Thank you for watching.